Today is an ICI showdown here in Oakbend at Wellen Park. One is a single story, one is a two-story. And if you're thinking about moving to Florida, retiring here, hosting family, or just figuring out how you want to live, one of these might make way more sense than the other. Before we start, if moving to Wellen Park is on your radar, grab my free relocation guide below. And if you want help narrowing down builders, neighborhoods, or figuring out what might fit your lifestyle, call, text, or email me anytime. Okay, let's see which home wins. We're starting with the Costa Mesa. And before we even walk in, I already like this front porch. Because this feels like one of those spots where maybe you sit with coffee in the morning, wave to neighbors, slow down a little, which honestly is part of why so many people move here. Off to the left is this flex room set up as an office. But maybe for you this becomes a reading room, hobby space, somewhere where grandkids dump toys when they visit, or maybe your family starts calling it your escape room. Then over here you have 2 bedrooms with a shared bathroom. This actually works really well if family visits often because guests have their own little section of the house. Or if you have kiddos, they have their own little private wing. Okay, this dining room. First of all, the coffered ceiling is gorgeous. But more than that, I'm already picturing holidays here. Friends visiting from back home, dinner parties where everyone says they're leaving at 8 and somehow it turns into 11. And then the kitchen. I want you to notice the storage because hidden walk-in pantries are becoming a thing here in Wellen Park. And once you have one, I feel like going back would be hard. Imagine unloading groceries and actually having somewhere to put everything. Also, a reminder, this is a model. A lot of these built-ins and custom details may not come standard, but they give you ideas for how you could personalize your own space. You have beautiful white cabinetry, a gas cooktop, hood vent, wall oven and microwave, a large island, and plenty of counter space. Here's your laundry room, and it has plenty of storage and a sink. And across from the laundry room, you have a drop zone where you can drop everything when you walk in from the garage. Then this large living room. You have built-ins on both sides. One set up as a bar, one around the TV. This is definitely a great space for family and friends to gather. Look at those sliders. There's 4 of them. This is what we mean when we talk about Florida indoor-outdoor living. When those doors are open, your house suddenly feels twice as big. You have full bath here with direct lanai access, which is smart, especially if you add a pool. Wet kids, pool days, guests, nobody will be dripping water through the house. And then another bedroom, set up with built-in bunks, which is adorable. If you have kids or if grandkids visit, this room becomes the room everyone fights over. The living space feels so open, and that's partly because of those ceilings are 12 feet. You don't always realize how much ceiling height changes a home until you're standing in it. Now into the primary, and those windows immediately stand out. So much natural light. In your primary ensuite, you have double vanities, a large soaking tub, walk-in shower, and lots of windows. This feels relaxing without trying too hard. And here's your gorgeous closet with plenty of storage. Okay, let's check out this lanai. This outdoor kitchen might be one of my favorites. You have a huge island, plenty of storage, 2 cooking areas, and extra windows bringing in light. If you love entertaining, this is the ideal setup for you. Suddenly, everyone wants to come visit you. I could see football Sundays, holiday weekends, neighbors over, everyone outside because honestly, that's Florida living. That wraps up the tour of the Costa Mesa. Next up, the Brooklyn. Immediately, this feels grand. Off to the left, you have your flex space, which is set up as an office, but would be a great reading room, bourbon lounge. You have endless possibilities. And under the stairs, built-in wine storage. This feels fancy, but also practical if you entertain. Then the living room, which is open to the second story. These huge windows, all the light. This is one of those spaces where you walk in and stop talking for a second. And look at this beautiful kitchen. You have two-toned cabinetry, a large island, stone accent, tons of great storage. And again, if your family gathers in the kitchen, this house handles it. Here's your walk-in pantry where you have all lower cabinets, some upper cabinets, and open shelving. Plenty of storage. Right off the kitchen is your powder room. And I'm being honest, the powder room placement, not my favorite being this close to the kitchen. I'd rather point things out than pretend every model is perfect. Then across from it, you have your laundry room. Here's where I think if you're retired, you may really like this layout because the primary and laundry room are downstairs, meaning if you eventually want single level living, you have it. Now for the primary bedroom. You have triple sliders, which lets in tons of light and also gives you that cohesive indoor-outdoor living. Walking into the primary bath, this feels warm. The darker wood cabinetry gives it a different feel than a lot of the all-white bathrooms we see. You still have dual vanities, soaking tub, walk-in shower, but overall, this feels a little more relaxed, maybe even a little more spa-like at the end of a long day. Here's your closet, and it provides tons of storage. It is a little small on space, but still does the job. Sometimes primary closets miss the mark, but with custom builders, you can personalize a lot. All right, let's head upstairs because I have a feeling this is where everyone ends up when friends and family come to visit. Okay, before we even look at the rooms up here, can we just take a second? Because standing on this landing, open to both the front entry and living room below, this is one of those moments where the home feels even bigger than it did downstairs. And from up here, you really notice those ceilings, the windows, the wood beams. It's kind of breathtaking. Then we have this game room set up as a movie room. And honestly, I could already picture this becoming family movie night headquarters. Everyone together, but still enough space to spread out. This first bedroom up here has its own walk-in closet. And if kids, grandkids, or friends come to visit often, having a dedicated space like this makes longer stays a lot easier. And right off the movie room, you also have a full bathroom. Over here, you have two additional bedrooms with walk-in closets that are connected by a shared bathroom. This upper level works really well for kiddos to have their own space or if family and friends visit often. If you enjoy seeing new construction homes, comparing builders, and getting a better idea of what life in Wellen Park looks like, make sure you subscribe. All right, let's head back downstairs because I've been wanting to show you the outdoor space, and I think this backyard might be the star of the home. Okay, here you have a nice covered lanai with outdoor dining and an outdoor kitchen, making it easy to enjoy meals outside year-round. The pool definitely becomes the focal point here. And between the sun shelf, hot tub, waterfalls, and fire feature, this feels designed for more than swimming. It's designed for gathering, family visiting, weekends with friends, evenings outside long after dinner. This starts feeling less like a backyard and more like your own private resort. Can you picture your friends and family visiting and everyone gathering out here, enjoying the outdoors long after the sun goes down? So let's go over the homes. After touring both, here's what I think. If you want easier everyday living, less stairs, entertaining, and a layout that works beautifully for single-story living, the Costa Mesa is hard to beat. But if you're a large family with kiddos, or if your family visits often, you want separation, movie nights, room for everyone, then the Brooklyn might make more sense. If you're trying to figure out which builders or communities fit the way you want to live here, reach out anytime. Call, text, or email me. See you on the next one.